No, MySpace.
Right side.
Erste Kompanie. Achtung. Stücke stellen. Herr Hauptmann, erste Kompanie ist fertig.
Danke, weitermachen. Hauptfeldwebel. Guten Tag, erste Kompanie.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag,
Herr Hauptmann.
Thankfully, we've been granted some reprieve, and we have a couple hours, and we're able to have this formation. But we will soon be getting back on the road and carrying on with our combat duties. So in the last several months, we have seen exponential growth within the 23rd Panzer Division. It's been a pleasure to see every area of the unit pull up their bootstraps and help accommodate this influx of new Soldaten. It's been a privilege to see many of the new Soldaten joining and finding that they enjoy what we do so much that they show up and do it every weekend. It's been excellent to see. There's quite a long list of promotions and awards, but it goes without saying the amount of effort, the instances that happened during the campaign, the time and effort spent in the administrative side of the unit. It's time to recognize all of that, and it's fitting that it comes at the end of the year before our Christmas break. Well, as we normally do, we will start off with promotions. Okay, starting with Rekrut Klasse 012, Vortreten.
Rekrut Klasse 012 und Klasse 013 melden an, Herr Hauptmann.
Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, ich befördere Sie zum Panzergrenadier. Congratulations and well done. Welcome to the unit. Weitermachen.
Danke, Herr Hauptmann.
Danke,
Herr Hauptmann.
Danke, Herr Hauptmann.
Panzergrenadiere!
Truppe.
Recruit Gruppe wegtreten. Fall in with your groupers.
Panzergrenadier Kastell, Vortreten.
Panzergrenadier Kastell, meldet an, Herr Hauptmann.
Since being transferred to Zug Troop 3 months ago, Panzergrenadier Kastell has worked diligently to learn and develop his skills as a Funker. Seeking to improve both his impression and communication skills, he has gone out of his way to help organize and share the responsibilities of Zug Troop as Melder and Sprechfunker. His willingness to go above the average Soldaten and pursue responsibilities earnestly and enthusiastically is commendable, and the growth he has shown as a Soldat over the past few months have been inspiring to see. For these reasons, I'm recommending him for an early meritorious promotion to Panzerobergrenadier. That was written by the Oberfähig. Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, ich befördere Sie zum Panzerobergrenadier. Well done, Kastell. Weitermachen.
Danke, Herr Hauptmann.
Panzergrenadier Bauer, Vortreten.
Panzergrenadier Bauer, meldet an, Herr Hauptmann.
Panzergrenadier Bauer has been enrolled in the 23rd Panzer Division for almost 7 months, and in that time has embraced every opportunity to gain leadership experience and training within the unit. During his time within Dritte Gruppe, Bauer was a leading candidate for the position of Stelv and assisted the group in developing and growing its manpower throughout the year. Having recently been transferred to Zug Troop, Bauer has adapted to the position of Melder and Fahrer and has been a reliable Soldaten within the troop. His willingness to step into the driver's position is commendable, and the tenacity in which he completes his assigned tasks is the envy of any Truppenführer. Owing to his diligence and commitment to his duties, I'm recommending Panzergrenadier Bauer for early promotion to Panzerobergrenadier. This is written by the Oberfähig. Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, ich befördere Sie zum Panzerobergrenadier. Well done, Bauer. weitermachen.
Vielen Dank, Herr Hauptmann.
Panzergrenadier Engelburt, Panzergrenadier Lubbeck und Panzergrenadier Kreig antreten.
Panzergrenadier Engelburt, meldet an, Herr Hauptmann.
Panzergrenadier Lubbeck, meldet an, Herr Hauptmann.
Panzergrenadier Krieg, meldet an, Herr Hauptmann.
All right, as you guys hit the time and grade requirements proper, there is no citation needed, but it's been a pleasure to see you guys grow and operate within the unit the last year, and it's been a pleasure to get to know you guys personally as well. Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, ich befördere Sie zum Panzerobergrenadier. Well done, boys. Keep it going. Weitermachen.
Danke, Herr Hauptmann.
Dankeschön, Herr Hauptmann.
Danke, Herr Hauptmann.
Panzergrenadier Lang, vortreten.
Panzergrenadier Lang, meldet an, Herr Hauptmann.
Panzergrenadier Lang has played a pivotal role in the development of Zweite-Gruppe's recent combat prowess. She never hesitates to come by and offer a helping hand for new members, both in and out of game. Because of this, she is a source of support and confidence for the other Gruppe members. She's equally dedicated in her combat billet, working with the MG troop, both as MG Schütze and Hilfe, contributing to an efficient and well-oiled Gruppe. Her knowledge also provides her a basis for administration tasks she's been doing for many months. All of this makes her a more than capable and valuable member, and everyone would want to have in the community, and knowledgeable enough to hold the rank of Panzerobergrenadier. It is for these reasons I recommend Panzergrenadier Lang for an early promotion to Panzerobergrenadier, written by Unteroffizier Schmidt. Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, ich befördere Sie zum Panzerobergrenadier. Well done, Lang. Weitermachen.
Danke, Herr Hauptmann.
Panzergrenadier Gensch, vortreten. So you're actually, I think, 3 months over the 1 year at this point, Gensch, so a little bit overdue. Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, ich befördere Sie zum Panzerobergrenadier. Weitermachen, Gensch, well done.
Vielen Dank, Herr Hauptmann.
Panzergrenadier Lengfelder, vortreten.
Panzergrenadier Lengfelder, meldet an, Herr Hauptmann.
With the most drip on out of anyone that's come up so far, naturally. Panzergrenadier Lengfelder has spent his first 6 months within the unit striving to be an exemplary soldat. Within Vierte, he has stepped into the Stelv role and helped me organize and run the Gruppe. His assistance and leadership within the Gruppe has proven invaluable. Outside of combat, Panzergrenadier Lengfelder has also been active in the Ausbildungsstab. Training and assisting recruiting on Saturdays, he has shown an eagerness to embrace responsibility within the unit and share our impression with new members. His current responsibilities, his calmness and level-headed assistance as Stelv, and his desire to grow and develop the Gruppe have earned him well-deserved recognition. As such, I am recommending him early promotion to Panzerobergrenadier. Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, ich befördere Sie zum Panzerobergrenadier. Well done, Lengfelder. Weitermachen.
Danke, Herr Hauptmann.
Gefreite Lehr und Gefreite Wilnecke, vortreten.
For the Lehr, meldet an.
So Lehr, this is way overdue for time and grade. When I was going over the parade document, I thought back to how long you've been in the unit since the beginning, basically. So this is well deserved. Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, ich befördere Sie zum Obergefreite. Well done, my brother Mark.
Okay, Hauptmann.
Gefreite Meier, vortreten.
Gefreite Meyer, meldet an, Herr Hauptmann.
Gefreite Meyer has always been a stellar Soldaten. In his more than 2 years veterancy, he has time and time again shown his qualities, not as a great Panzergrenadier, not only as a great Panzergrenadier, but also as a great provider of comradeschaft. These are qualities that in his training as Stelv have also served him well. Not only has Gefreite Meyer proved himself a great manager of men, he has also proved himself a competent, where necessary, and aggressive combat leader. One such example of this was leading a group on a patrol at night along a Schlucht, and he ran into a group of Sowjetische Truppen, including a group of RKKA. He firstly spotted the feet of an enemy soldier before anyone else, allowing the Panzergrenadier to drop on the enemy. When the grenades and bullets started flying, despite being incredibly close combat, Gefreite Meyer picked himself up, both with grenade and G43, charged forward to engage the enemy. This move stunned the opposing Russians, killing a number of them and allowing Erste-Gruppe to withdraw safely. This action demonstrated Meyer's resolve and ability to fight aggressively, and for these qualities I'm happy to make him my new permanent Stelv and recommend him a promotion to Obergefreite. And that was written by Unteroffizierreiter. Im Namen des Führers und Obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, ich befördere Sie zum Obergefreite. Well done, Meyer. Good luck in your new role as Stelv of Erste Gruppe.
Dankeschön, Herr Hauptmann.
Gefreiter Hall, vortreten.
Gefreiter Hall, Meditan, Herr Hauptmann.
Since his transfer to Zweite Gruppe almost 2 years ago, Gefreiter Hall has developed into a veteran and level-headed combat leader. His growing confidence and leadership capabilities have proved to play an important part in the success of Zweite Gruppe's combat operations. He has, on numerous occasions, demonstrated his dedication to fulfill the given task, always doing so in a very calm and professional manner, no matter the challenge. He's proven that he's more than capable of taking the role of Gruppenführer in my absence while maintaining an equal level of discipline and combat prowess within the Gruppe. Gefreiter Hall's demeanor and character serves as an example to Soldaten around him. It is for these reasons, as well as Hall's time and grade, that I recommend him be promoted to Obergefreite. Im Namen des Führers und Obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, ich befördere Sie zum Obergefreite. Well done, Hall. Very well deserved. Weitermachen.
Dankeschön, Herr Hauptmann.
Gefreiter Weiss, vortreten.
Gefreiter Weiss, Meditan, Herr Hauptmann.
Stepping above your own responsibilities is an integral part of German doctrine. There's no better example in Zweite Gruppe than Gefreiter Weiss, who, despite holding a junior leadership rank of Gefreite, has stepped up countless times to fill the role of Stelv and even Gruppenführer. Zweite Gruppe, under his leadership, performed well without any loss of morale or professionalism. Weiss is a veteran combat leader and has, on many occasions, welcomed and trained new members of the Gruppe. Gefreiter Weiss is a pillar of the Gruppe's comradeschaft, being a part of the unit for more than 3 years. Weiss has gathered and retained a large amount of experience, making him a veteran soldat who is capable of turning the tide of battle. He's also known to go beyond what is expected of him in terms of non-combat roles such as unit promotion, community outreach, and handling new recruiting. All of these non-combat roles he does through his own initiative. His voluntary work outside of combat is unparalleled and speaks to his dedication and veterancy. It is for these reasons, as well as his time and grade, that I recommend Gefreiter Weiss be promoted to Obergefreite. It's written by Unteroffizier Schmidt. Im Namen des Führers und Obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, ich befördere Sie zum Obergefreite. Well done, Weiss. Weitermachen.
Vielen Dank, Herr Hauptmann.
Gefreiter Kohler, antreten.
Gefreiter Kohler, Meditan.
Over the past 6 months, Gefreite Klasse has stepped into the role of Gruppenführer of Vierte Gruppe. Doing so at short notice, he has worked diligently to take command and help grow the fledgling Gruppe. He has worked to build camaraderie both in combat and outside of game. Taking over as Gruppenführer while being a junior soldat is a daunting task, and Gefreite Klasse has performed it admirably. Striving to build on his own skills as a leader, the Gefreiter has worked to help develop his communication, tactics, and organizational skills. In combat, Gefreite Klasse is relentless and constantly takes the fight to the Soviets. His dash and bravery in the face of the enemy is an excellent example of the gallantry expected of Panzergrenadier. Not only has his efforts in-game earned him praise, but his service within the Rekrutungsstab has benefited the unit. As a veteran soldat within the 23rd, Gefreite Klasse has become a model example for arriving recruiting in Panzergrenadier. He has embraced his leadership role and through it has helped bring Vierte Gruppe into being. For these reasons, I am recommending Gefreite Klasse an early promotion to Obergefreite. Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, ich befördere Sie zum Obergefreite. Well done, Klasse. Weitermachen.
Dankeschön, Herr Hauptmann.
Ever since Gefreite Hoffmann became a part of Panzerzug in the merge in 2019, he has been an invaluable asset to not only me, but to the Zug as a whole. Gefreite Hoffmann not only has a strong grasp of how to operate armored vehicles, but also excels in teaching others how to crew vehicles. Serving mostly as a driver, he has done a stellar job at what most consider to be a boring role, never uttering a complaint or lack of interest. In the gunner seat, he excels at engaging targets with precision, taking information from the commander, and accurately following orders. On the radio, he is proficient at maintaining conversation with other Funkers and keeping the company informed on the state of Panzerzug. Even when his commander has fallen or he is alone in enemy territory, he has proven that he is able to maintain a cool and collected mindset, prioritizing protecting the Zug's assets before himself numerous times. Always willing to show up and give it his all, he is a model Panzerbesatzung and a model soldat in general. For these reasons, I recommend Gefreite Hoffmann be promoted to Obergefreite. Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, ich befördere Sie zum Obergefreite. Well done, Hoffmann. Weitermachen.
Vielen Dank, Hauptmann.
Oberpfennig Berg, vortreten.
Oberpfennig Berg, meldet an, Herr Hermann.
All right, Oberpfennig, in the last year of your Offizierschule, you have shown exemplary qualities that are befitting of an Offizier. Within the 23rd Panzer Division, you've shown leadership. You've also shown your adaptability with the ever-changing face of the Kampfgruppe based on what assets we have. And it's been a pleasure to work alongside you to fulfill the orders that we are given at a battalion level and keep the Kampfgruppe on the move. So it gives me great pleasure in giving you this promotion. Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, ich befördere Sie zum Leutnant. Congratulations, well done, Leutnant. Weitermachen.
Vielen Dank, Herr Hermann. It's been my pleasure.
All right, believe that covers the promotion half of the ceremony.
For those who just got promoted, Panzergrenadier!
Alright, for this next couple lists of awards, I'm just going to read out the names. So for the Infanterie-Sturmabzeichen and the Verwundetenabzeichen, you don't need to come up individually. Alright, awarded the Infanterie-Sturmabzeichen im Bronze. Panzergrenadier Bauer, Panzergrenadier Mussel, Panzergrenadier Rupp, Panzergrenadier Adler, Panzergrenadier Winter, Panzerschützer Hense, Panzergrenadier Freiherr, Panzergrenadier Steinmann, Panzergrenadier Voss, Panzergrenadier Lehr, Panzergrenadier Amboss, Panzergrenadier Bürger, Panzergrenadier Lehmann und Panzergrenadier Schäfer. Awarded the Verwundetenabzeichen im Schwarz, Panzergrenadier Bauer, Panzergrenadier Rupp, Panzergrenadier Fischer, Panzergrenadier Vosberg, Panzergrenadier Adler, Panzergrenadier Richter, Panzergrenadier Bartel, Panzergrenadier Jung, Panzergrenadier Freiherr, Panzergrenadier Voss, Panzergrenadier Lehr, Panzergrenadier Hense, Panzergrenadier Steinmann, Panzergrenadier Kamm, Panzergrenadier Allerger, and Panzergrenadier Schäfer. Awarded the Panzerkampfabzeichen in Silber. Panzerschützer Flasdick, Panzerschützer Hense und Panzerschützer Klauensohn. Awarded the Panzerkampfabzeichen in Bronze. Leutnant Strauss, Wachmeister Wolf, Obergefreiter Vollmer, Obergefreiter Schmeidel, Obergefreiter Wilnecker und Obergefreiter Lehr. Awarded the Allgemeines Sturmabzeichen, Panzergrenadier Engel und Gefreiter Spiegel. Stabsgefreiter Burgmann und Unteroffizier Beck vortreten.
Stabsgefreiter Burgmann, meldet an, Herr Hauptmann.
Offizier Beck meldet an, Herr Hauptmann.
Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, I hereby award you both the Wehrmacht-Dienstauszeichnung, which is the 4-year service award. Stabsgefreiter, I know you missed your last one at the parade. Beck, yours is coming up very shortly. But as the previous 4-year awards we gave out, it's really amazing to think back on the last 4 years we've spent together and all the things that we've accomplished and done over that time. Both of you being very much integral pillars within the community as well. So, well done and weitermachen.
Danke, Herr Hauptmann.
Danke, Herr Hauptmann.
So awarded the Panzerkampfabzeichen in Silber, Zweite Stufe, which is for 25, the 25 number on the Panzerkampfabzeichen badge, is Unteroffizier Nedder und Panzeroberschützer Kracht. Obergefreiter Hoffmann, vortreten.
Obergefreiter Hoffmann, mit Herr Hauptmann.
Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht verleihe ich das Nahkampfspange im Bronze. Congratulations in finally getting this award, Hoffman. It's quite coveted and takes a very long time to receive. Well done and weitermachen.
Vielen Dank, Hauptmann.
Unteroffizier Junkermann, vortreten.
Unteroffizier Junkermann meldet an, Herr Hauptmann.
Throughout 2010, under Unteroffizier Junkermann's guiding eye, the recruiting stab has continued to hone and develop its acceptance and vetting of vetting policies. In the past 3 months, the responsibilities and requirements of the stab have repeatedly grown, as successive waves of recruiting have required processing and dispersal. To meet these demands, Unteroffizier Junkermann has overseen the transferal and training of new recruit liaisons, as well as maintaining the 23rd's rigid standards of acceptance. In part owing to Unteroffizier Junkermann's efforts, the unit has continued to see unprecedented growth and retention over the past few months. Because of his work within the Stab and the benefits that are evident from his efforts, I'm recommending Unteroffizier Junkermann receive the addition of swords to his Kriegsverdienstkreuz Zweite Klasse. Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht verleihe ich das Kriegsverdienstkreuz Zweite Klasse. Well done, Junkermann. Weitermachen.
Vielen Dank, Herr Hauptmann.
Panzergrenadier Mussel, vortreten.
He's on LOA today, Herr Hauptmann.
That's sad. Alright. Panzergrenadier Hector, vortreten.
Panzergrenadier Richter meldet an, Herr Hauptmann.
While still a new member to the unit, Richter has made an exceptional start to his career as a Panzergrenadier. When Kampfgruppe Keppler made its hasty withdrawal south on the Ritterkreuz run, Erste Gruppe's LKW came under heavy fire twice in 10 minutes. Richter was instrumental in keeping some of those heavily wounded alive without being told to. And without being told to, he began triaging the wounded, meaning Erste's loss of life was not as great as it could have perhaps been. After this action, lacking men, he was given an MG-42, and later in the mission he volunteered alongside with a few others for a dangerous mission to rescue a damaged Panther and search for survivors in a nearby town. On this patrol, under heavy fire and being pressured by multiple grouping of enemy infantry, Richter operated his machine gun efficiently and proficiently, providing cover fire without which it is likely the group of Soldaten would have taken heavy casualties and may have been forced to abandon their mission. Furthermore, after they withdrew from initial contact and were looking for survivors in the town, Panzergrenadier Kastell fell in quotations from the Zugtrupp SPV and was promptly shot. Then Rekrut Richter, at the time Rekrut Richter, laid down covering fire, and again, without his assistance, Kastell would not have been able to recover and make his way back. As this was done as a recruit who is not the Gruppe MG, nor has ever been the Gruppe MG prior to this, his actions are hugely commendable and received praise from multiple Soldaten within and outside Erste Gruppe, requesting his actions to be rewarded. Because of these feats, I believe that, regardless of the relatively small amount of time in the unit, I have no option but to recommend Panzergrenadier Richter for the Eisernes Kreuz Zweite Klasse. Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht verleihe ich das Eisernes Kreuz Zweite Klasse. Well done, Richter. Weitermachen.
Danke, Herr Hauptmann.
Panzergrenadier!
Stabsgefreiter Bruckmann, vortreten.
Stabsgefreiter Bruckmann, Modertan, Herr Hauptmann.
On the 30th of July 1944, Erste Company was tasked with holding and defending the Korchina Fabrik district. The majority of Zweite Gruppe served as reinforcements, tasked with closing into the Fabrik and bolstering the strength of the defending forces. Upon arrival, we set a defensive perimeter around the Fabrik and an observation nest on the Fabrik roof with an excellent view in all directions. Enemy forces, realizing the importance of the Fabrik, attempted a counterattack from the Sud, supported by T-34s. The first enemy forces to arrive were motorized elements who reached the ruins approximately 80 meters away. Most of the German forces were at that time concentrated in the northern part of the factory district and couldn't immediately respond to the incoming threat. Stabsgefreiter Bruckmann, holding the excellent position on the Fabrik roof, quickly took a captured DP machine gun and single-handedly fought back the incoming Soviet shock troops. A violent firefight over the factory ensued as more Soviets approached the district. Claiming the lives of multiple Soviet soldiers and suppressing others, Bruckmann's quick and level-headed reaction preserved our hold of the Fabrik. Being wounded in the fighting and with significant loss of blood, Bruckmann bandaged some of his wounds and bravely stood his ground. Throwing handfuls of grenades from the factory roof down onto the heads of the cowering Soviets, he kept their attack off balance and stifled their momentum. As more Soviets joined the assault, I joined Stabsgefreiter Bruckmann in his position and helped him repel other waves of Soviets. Bruckmann and myself further delayed their advance by throwing all available grenades down onto the ledge, suppressing the remaining Soviets until they were finally neutralized by arriving friendly forces. Thanks to Stabsgefreiter Bruckmann's heroic action and gallantry on the roof for the Fabrik, we were able to hinder the Soviets enough so that their attack was severely weakened and was quickly neutralized. Bruckmann survived the rest of the day in critical condition, but later returned to the front again to continue to fight. It is for these heroic actions that I am recommending Stabsgefreite Bruckmann be awarded the Eisoneskreuz Zweite Klasse. Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht verleihe ich das Eisoneskreuz Zweite Klasse. Well done, Bruckmann. Weizmachen.
Dankeschön, Herr Hauptmann.
Panzergrenadier!
Panzergrenadier Lengfelder, vortreten. Or Panzerobergrenadier Lengfelder now, vortreten.
Panzerobergrenadier Lengfelder meldet aan, Herr Hauptmann.
This year has seen the unit grow to numbers that we would have never expected, and certainly hadn't planned for. With the influx of recruiting to the Ausbildungsstab, the training department, it had to adapt and expand to facilitate the mass training of these new members. Although there have been many people involved in this process, I believe that Panzergrenadier Lengfelder has gone above what is expected of a Panzergrenadier in his role as Hilfsausbilder. Furthermore, without his week-in, week-out commitment to training the recruiting, we certainly wouldn't have been able to promote the over 60 recruiting we have this year. The experience he has gained through the 7 months of near continuous training has given him the proficiency to now train recruiting from start to finish without assistance. No Panzergrenadier has been trusted with this in the past. However, Lengfelder has shown himself more than capable and earned this trust. It is for this dedication and through instruction that Unteroffizier Beck recommends Panzergrenadier Lengfelder be awarded the Kriegsverdienstmedaille. Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht verleihe ich das Kriegsverdienstmedaille. Well done, Lengfelder. Very well deserved, along with the promotion. Weitermachen.
Danke, Herr Hauptmann.
Obergefreiter Weber, vortreten.
Lost connection, Herr Hauptmann.
Very sad. All right. Obergefreiter Schmeidel, vortreten.
Obergefreite Schmeidel meldet an, Herr Hauptmann.
As Kampfgruppe Keppler wrestled for control of the village of Kolo, Obergefreiter Schmeidel found himself the sole survival of his Spee troop and separated from the Panzerspeewagen by intense enemy fire. Attaching himself to Erster Zug, Schmeidel folded into a Gruppe as they were ordered to the attack into the Schlucht just east of the village. During an intense hand-to-hand engagement, Schmeidel coordinated with Obergefreiter Fennet for cover and left his position in order to retrieve a wounded Panzergrenadier under heavy fire as he lay in the open ground to his front. Subsequent to his return, Fennet was also gravely wounded by enemy fire. Without regard for his own life, Obergefreiter Schmeidel braved intense small arms and grenade fire to fight his way towards Obergefreiter Fennet and pull him to cover. Both men were later evacuated and survived due solely to these actions. It is for these feats and personal testimony of Obergefreiter Fennet and taking constant initiative within Aufklärungstroop that I hereby nominate Obergefreiter Schmeidel be awarded the Eisoneskreuz Zweite Klasse. Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht verleihe ich das Eisoneskreuz Zweite Klasse. Well done, Schmeidel. Weitermachen.
Danke, Herr Hauptmann.
Panzergrenadier!
Sanitätssoldat König, vortreten.
Sanitätssoldat König meldet an, Herr Hauptmann.
During the breakthrough across the Vistula River near Baranov, Sanitätssoldat König was following a small portion of men from Zweite Gruppe of Erster Zug. Ambushed in the dark by members of the RKKA, the Gruppe was immediately cut down by fire from all sides, with a few of the men being able to find slight cover. Sanitätssoldat König managed to escape in this inferno where the rest of the men died, killing one of the Soviets in the process with his pistol. Escaping narrowly, he looted an enemy rifle with only 5 rounds, which he used to kill the leader of the RKK with a shot through the head. He later found Oberfeinrichsburg and his group shortly before becoming wounded in the leg, hampering his progress forward, where he had to move towards the river alone, with the RKK once again following him. Out of rounds and having to once more break through the enemy line held by the RKK, he used his pistol to kill 2 more Soviets, with more seeking everywhere for him. With Unteroffizier Junkermann covering his last few paces into the Sammelpunkt, he arrived just in time to join in saving the lives of multiple casualties within the point. Any one point of these is worthy of mention, though with them all combined, and with his survival of this difficult mission, he deserves more. As for these valorous actions, that the Hauptfeldwebel has recommended this for you. And this is going to be a double one, because I forgot to call you up during the promotions. So, im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht, ich befördere Sie zum Sanitätsobersoldat. Und im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht verleihe ich das Eisernes Kreuz 2. Klasse. Well done, König. Weitermachen.
Vielen Dank, Herr Hauptmann.
Panzergrenadier!
Yes.
Feldwebel Vormann, vortreten.
Woman, mit mir an, Herr Hauptmann.
So, I know this is kind of a retroactive award, but it feels fitting to give you it during a parade. Your years of service, especially administratively within the unit, unfortunately, did not get awarded up until this point. But you go back all the way to, doing all the admin for Zweiterzug back when we had that. You've written and revised the Unteroffizier handbook, which many of the leaders, or all of the leaders in the unit use to help guide us in what we do. So, im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht verleihe ich das Kriegsverdienstkreuz 2. Klasse mit Schwertern. Well done, Bowman. Weitermachen.
Danke, Hauptmann.
Unteroffizier Beck, vortreten.
Unteroffizier Beck meldet an, Herr Hauptmann.
In the last 2 years since earning his Kriegsverdienstkreuz 2. Klasse, Unteroffizier Beck has continued to lead and reform almost all areas of the unit's administrative branches. Despite oversight and advising of Stab operations, Unteroffizier Beck has taken on many personal projects that have continued to shape the 23rd Panzer Division. Some of these projects include completely reworking the Sollbücher, which required extensive research, formatting, and time spent doing each individual portrait. He also wrote and reformatted much of the Rekrut handbook and Panzergrenadier pamphlet, which each of you, especially the new Soldaten, have used to learn and progress your historical impression and combat knowledge of the Wehrmacht. He pioneered the creation of the unit's Signal magazine, which highlights our combat actions and accomplishments as a unit. And in Ausbildung, Unteroffizier Beck has taken the role of head recruit Ausbilder, being the first mentor for many of the new recruiting the unit has taken in this year, and spending every Saturday going over the details of the recruit handbook and ensuring each new recruit is ready for service within the 23rd Panzer Division. Im Namen des Führers und obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht verleihe ich das Kriegsverdienstkreuz 1. Klasse. Well done, Beck. I'm constantly amazed with the things you do, so it's very well deserved. Weitermachen.
Danke, Herr Hauptmann.
Alright, so Weber's internet is having issues, but I will still read the citation out in front of all of you, as I think he's still puttering around in TeamSpeak. Since transferring to Panzerzug, Obergefreite Weber has been instrumental in updating the out-of-date uniforms and finding new ways to further increase the quality of panzer wraps, as well as creating new camouflage swatches and even introducing retextures of new items not previously used before. He has also worked on all the Real Panzer mods, worked hard on Real Panzer mod, creating new camouflages and updating statistics to make vehicles perform more realistically. So this is a double citation. That was the first citation was from Unteroffizier Kreidelheim, and this is from the second one is from Unteroffizier Schmidt. Joining the modding stab a year ago, Obergefreite Weber quickly became one of the most active modders and asset creators within the 23rd Panzer Division. His innovative techniques and clever usage of available editing tools vastly improved the overall looks of Erste Kompanie and its professional impression. His work can be seen in every branch of the unit, reworked Panzer wrap uniforms, and the introduction of new camouflage or building upon already existing ones and updating them further. But has also updated many of the vehicles within the unit. His capability to effectively work and cooperate with the rest of the Stab makes him a valuable member. It is for all his hard work and dedicated work, I would like to nominate Obergefreite Weber be awarded the Kriegsverdienstkreuz Zweite Klasse. Im Namen des Fürsten und Obersten Befehlshabers der Wehrmacht verleihe ich das Kriegsverdienstkreuz Zweite Klasse. I do believe that concludes both awards and promotions.
For those who have been awarded, Panzergrenadier!
Alright, well, first of all, I would like to congratulate all of you who received awards and or promotions. It's been an interesting year for us as a unit. We've seen exponential growth, but because of that growth, I've seen a great deal of people within the 23rd Panzer Division step up and fill the need that the unit, any needs that the unit may have. It's a privilege to be able to stand here in front of such a large group of people that are here for the right reasons. It's very inspiring to be around so many people who dedicate so much of their time into doing what we do, and that goes up and down the chain of command. To those new members that have joined the unit, I'm happy that you've found a place within our unit. It is an exceptional place to be. It's an exceptional hobby to have, and it's a great group of people to be around. So I look forward to watching your developments and your growth within the unit as well. Lastly, I would like to wish you guys a Merry Christmas, and I hope you have a good holiday with your families. It's important to take a break from this shit once in a while, and we'll be rolling into that break. Hauptfeldwebel, would you like to say anything to the Kampfgruppe?
Be ready for the continuation of this campaign into the new year. Go to church, you heathens. That's all.
Hauptfeldwebel? Auszeichnungen?
Hauptfeldwebel Landrik, meldet an, Herr Hauptmann.
Die Kampfgruppe is yours.
Dankeschön, Herr Hauptmann. Erste Kompanie! Wegtreten!
Pittsburgh.
Congratulations.
Thanks, you guys. Appreciate it.